You're on the undercard of, oh my God, the Estrada versus Chocolatito 2.
Excited.
I was there for the first one. I mean, when the super flies fight, it's like all attention because all they're doing are throwing punches in bunches.
Yes.
They're throwing at least 1,000 punches. It's not like the heavyweights where it's slow. It's a little
movement
different
in between. Yeah, it's nothing but
you're
contact.
hoping there's a knockout in the heavyweights, but the super fights, the little guys, they just go balls to the walls and they just throw everything that they have. Who do you have in that fight, since you are fighting on the co-main as a co-main?
I mean, I think Chocolatito is the favorite there. I would probably have to go with him, but you know, I feel like people always ask me about, you know, everyone else's fights, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just thinking about my fights.
You know, but sometimes you do think, because you are a boxing fan, because I'm going to ask you about another one after.
Okay, go ahead.
So wait, so you have Chocolatito.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so we saw Canelo versus Yildirim. This was a very big stink because this guy was coming off of a 2-year layoff because of pandemic, but he was a challenger. We saw what Canelo did in 3 rounds. It was absolutely dangerous. Now he's going to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders, which he has every right, because to be undisputed, he's trying to get that, then Caleb Plant. This is a good test for him. Billy Joe is a southpaw. We saw what he did with David Lemieux, but Canelo is not a David Lemieux. How do you think this fight's going to go? And how?
Yeah, I don't even know the last time Canelo fought a southpaw. I mean, I don't think he's going to have any issues. I mean, the way that Canelo sets up his combinations and the way that he targets certain parts of your body. I mean, I see him, you know, doing like left jab and then left hook to the body. He's going to go to the body all day. He's good on both sides, whether it's right body shot, left body shot. I mean, I feel like he just knows how to chop a tree down. I think it's going to be an early fight. I mean, Canelo just.
An early fight as in less than 3 rounds. I mean, that was like sparring.
Maybe about half of a fight, unless he's going up against like a massive powerhouse like Triple G. I mean, it just seems like he is the powerhouse, and he's not one to be, you know, broken down very easily. So I can't even think of someone that he should be fighting right now. And it's good that people are still up for the challenge, because, you know, it keeps the pot stirring, it keeps things going until new challengers come up. So I would definitely say 6 rounds or less. So we'll go with that.
So eventually, if he does win the Caleb Plant, they say if he wins, and obviously he's undisputed, how do you think that one would fare out?
Again, I think Canelo's just like so on top of his training right now, and his confidence is sky high, you know, and sometimes that's all you need. You know, boxing is 80% mental, they say, 20% physical. So I feel like, you know, he's a winner in his head 20 fights out. So and he's got a great team, not only him and his coach, but he has a house of fighters, kind of how we have here, and knowing that camaraderie and knowing that you have to put on because everybody's looking up to you, and because that's going to push them to continue to do well on their side. I know there's just so much pushing him besides, you know, I have to win this fight. There's all those other things that a lot of other teams and boxers don't have.
Okay, and then you just said you don't think that there's any other contender out there that would be good enough to take on Canelo. Would you want to see a Triple G trilogy?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd take it.
And he would have to come up to super middleweight. How would that? Now that we've seen how Canelo is, like, and we've seen Kanadi, that is a prediction I need to know, because I'm torn on that one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a hard one.
We'll go crazy and we'll say Canelo stops him.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Okay.
No round prediction. Don't ask me what round.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that'll go deep waters, but that's my prediction.
Okay, and then the last one, the heavyweights, Povetkin versus Dillian White, the rematch. Do you think Povetkin will be able to land another monster hook? I think it was a hook and then lights out, or will Dillian White be able to come back and get revenge and avenge that nasty loss he had?
This is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the one where he came up to Eddie like immediately after the fight and was like, Eddie, can I get a rematch? Like, yes. I was like, what? I was like, you can just do that? Like, yeah. I don't,
because it didn't go their way. I mean, you saw everyone, even Matchroom, they're like, yeah, that's not the way it was supposed to happen with all the fireworks, but okay.
And I don't know if that's a thing where he felt like, man, I just really, there was a fluke there. And it's, you know, if he just had that much confidence in his training and his fight game, and, you know, stuff happens sometimes. And he felt, you know, or if it was just like, pride, you know, to come back and say, oh, you know, Eddie, I'm gonna do you better, I promise, you know, like, just give me another chance. So I don't know. I think now on the opposing side, since he got the knockout, he's gonna have to prove that he got it and that he earned it, and that, you know, so I think he's gonna do it again. Yeah. He's got more to prove this time. When you have to prove that it's not a fluke, you have more to prove, and you have to go in as the B-side, and you have to really put on a show, and you have to, you know, just do as much as you can to really outwork the other person, put them on the canvas, show you what you've been working on in the gym. So I totally get that. So I think it's going to happen again.
Okay. Oh, and then I have to ask one more last fight because it just was announced. Another undisputed, Josh Taylor versus Ramirez. Jose Ramirez, top rank, the two best. Are you familiar with them?
I'm going to say Ramirez.
Bye.
I'm getting some help here, some feedback here.
Is that Rick? Is that Rick Ramos?
What's up? I'm always here.
We're going with Ramirez. We're saying a knockdown combination, too many punches and bunches.
Ooh, okay. I could that one. I really don't know. After what I saw Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis did to each other, I don't know. That's a toss-up. That is a toss-up.